The Univibe is an effect many of us will always associate with Jimi Hendrix. Now, of course, in Jimmy's day, there were no digital Leslie Sims, phasers, or chorus pedals. So the question is, given today's huge selection of time-based effects, is there still a place for an analog photocell vibe pedal? The original Univibe, as used by Hendrix, was created in Japan in 1968. Now, it was an attempt to emulate the Doppler effect of a rotating speaker, using a photocell. And modern photocell vibe pedals are all based on that. Essentially, they all utilize some version of a light bulb surrounded by sensors. And there's a low-frequency oscillator, which is activated by the light going from bright to dim. Now, the sound produced is somewhat similar to a phaser, because it is, in effect, pulling the signal in and out of phase. But it's really its own unique thing. It somehow seems more organic, and there's a throbbing quality you don't normally get from phasers or choruses. Now, I was recently lucky enough to score one of the better modern vibe pedals, a Lovepedal Vibronaut, directly from Sean at Lovepedal. Now, these are no longer in the Lovepedal catalog, but if you go to their site and subscribe to the newsletter, well, periodically you'll receive an email offering limited deals, often for discontinued or custom pedals. I'll leave a link in the description. And of course, if you like this one, you can also find them on the used market. So while I'll be using the Lovepedal Vibronaut, there are a number of analog vibe pedals on the market that are built around the use of a photocell, just like the original. Now, of course, these days there are probably more vibes available that are a digital recreation, including the Univibe setting on all those digital multi-effects units. In fact, Lovepedal offered a digital version of their own at one point, called the Vibronaut V2. But today's focus is on the analog photocell models. Now, some of the current best include the JHS Unicorn V2, the Earthquaker devices The Depths, and the MXR M68 Univibe. So let's see what a vibe pedal has to offer. All right, first the unaffected signal. And I will start with everything at noon, but in reality this is not where most people would ever run this pedal. It's very, very subtle here. All right, first I'm going to turn the speed up to about 3. Slow warble. All right, let's try the depth up to about 3. Along with the speed, still at 3. That's a more useful setting. But a lot of players are just going to crank it all the way up, and that's what I'm going to do now. Speed and depth all the way up. Let's leave the speed up, or rather the depth up, but we'll turn the speed down to about, let's say 2 o'clock. let's slow it up a little more. Oh, maybe say 11 o'clock. Turn the depth down just a little bit and see what that does. Let's hear a few bars of it with the backing track. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And before I sign off, a little about how it's going here at the channel. Now, this is still a very small channel, and while it's growing steadily, I'm not earning more than coffee money at present. So, of course, all the gear I bring to you is purchased with my own very limited funds, then sold, trying to not lose too much money in the process. Well, the used market is a fickle and volatile thing, and things aren't moving as quickly as they were a year ago. So in order to keep this going, I will have to attract some additional funding. And with that in mind, I'd like to let you all know that I finally have a Patreon page up. And if you would like to further support my efforts here and become a member, well, you'll find it at patreon.com/LeonardGriffeyBlues. And I will, of course, leave a link in the description. Now, I'll be posting some members-only content there, including teaching blues licks, which some of you have asked for. And I will also be releasing some of my backing tracks for download there as well. And of course, I'll be offering some merchandise in the not-too-distant future. So if you'd like to become a patron, that is an option. But don't get me wrong. Liking and subscribing helps out tremendously as well. It's critically important for the channel's growth, and it's always greatly appreciated. So like this video, and consider subscribing if you haven't yet. And with that, I'll say goodbye for now, and I will see you again very soon.